So the question is, okay, monogamy. Okay, why does monogamy happen in sexual selection? Let me get, can I move that right there? I don't know. Okay, so um, there's a couple things. Okay, monogamy could be. We talked about this in sexual selection. The goal is to reproduce. All right. Well, once you copulate, you haven't guaranteed that your sperm gets to that female's egg. So some mates resort to mate guarding, right? You looking at my girl? What are you looking at her for? She's mine, right? There's some crazy males out there, okay? You can imagine, like, so there's some species of insects where the male is much smaller than the female, okay? Well, the male will, once he mates with the female, he'll just jump on a porter back, and wherever she goes, he goes. And what he does is anytime another male lands on that female, he fights her. It becomes a battle, and he tries to kick her off that female's back, right? And it's an example of mate guarding where monogamy happens because the male can be a little jealous, right? Males get jealous and they want to protect, their future, their potential future offspring. Okay, mate assistance. So this is what we talked. If that guy's got to be a father, all right, and it takes, if our environment calls for two people to take care of one kid, monogamy is a good strategy. Think penguins, right? Like I think is it emperor penguins? They'll take, one will go out and hunt for 2 weeks for food and eat and eat and eat, while the other for about 2 weeks will sit on that egg and keep it warm in terrible, terrible conditions. Now, mate assistance, if that mate doesn't come back within 2 weeks, either the other mate will die or will have to abandon the egg and go find food for itself, right? So if the environment is tough, it makes sense to go monogamous and let's go in this thing together, okay? Now, female forced monogamy is also a fun one. Who's this texting you, right? That was pretty exciting a couple of years back, right? When Tiger's wife found his text. No, 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 Tiger, big mistake. Okay, female forced monogamy. All right. You can think there's a species of bird, and I wish I knew it, but what will happen is she needs mate assistance, right? But the male, he sometimes feels a little flirtatious, and so what he does is he'll go out in the middle of, like, when he thinks that female's gone, he'll sneak, all right, to an opening, and he'll flap those wings and shake his little bottom with his little bird mating dance. Okay. Well, if she catches him doing that, she will come and squawk, 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 and use her beak to peck at him and get back in that nest. What are you doing out here? And send him right back to his house. Okay. And you can think about this. As far as the female's got to raise the young, right? And incubate those eggs. It makes sense for her to not let that male go out and have another nest on the side, because her offspring are going to eat all the worms they can get. And if this male's spending sometimes giving her kids some worms and some other lady some worms, not enough worms for her kids, and that's no bueno. Okay, so male competition's fun, right? So what happens? It enhances opportunities to reproduce, right? We're going to compete for territory, right? It can be bad for your survival, though. We'll compete for territory with the goal of this is where the primo real estate where females want to be, right? So just fun little facts, like males, under the pressure of sexual selection, 90% of same-sex homicides, right, male to male, typically, between men in their early 20s. That's any culture, anywhere on the planet. It's an old stat, but it suggests that there's this sexual selection pressure between males, like to be aggressive and compete and defensive, right? Eventually, Chuck Liddell, no one who knows who that guy is anymore. I think I'm going to stop there. This is interesting, but I think that's pretty good right there, kids.